Let's take a few minutes and talk about the importance of keywords in search engine optimization and SEO. Listen, every successful SEO campaign starts with using the right keywords. I can't tell you the countless number of times I've started working with a client who had another SEO firm before us, and we come to find out that they are really ranking high for what is really the wrong words. They are dominating words which have nothing to do with what their overall business objectives are. Frequently, thousands of dollars, countless months of lost opportunity are wasted on not getting the right keywords to start out. So what are keywords? Keywords are they really should be called keyword phrases or key phrases. They're either single words or most of the time they're actually phrases, and these are the terms that people actually put into search engines to get their results. So if you're looking for the best Italian restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, you might say Providence, Rhode Island, best Italian restaurants. That's a keyword phrase. So what SEO firms do is, our bread and butter is working to trick the search engines into ranking your site high for selected target keywords. That's what we do. Yes, that's it. We trick them. None of this white hat, black hat, gray hat kind of stuff. Essentially, at the end of the day, you're taking the 5th best restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, and you want it to represent itself in the search engine results as being the best or the most popular, or the first one that a potential customer would find. And that is, in fact, tricking them, tricking the world, or tricking the search engine. So what are some of the keyword blunders I see all the time? First of all, I see people optimizing on the wrong keywords, in that they're low traffic keywords. They may not be the keywords that people are actually entering. They may have no traffic at them, on them whatsoever. Those, by the way, are of course the easiest keywords to rank very well for, because there's certainly no competition for them. So if you're competing against a smart website with smart SEO consultants, they're not going to optimize themselves for low traffic, what are otherwise useless keywords. Another blunder is really what I call climbing Mount Everest. Sometimes there is a very good high traffic keyword, but there is some entrenched competition where there is thousands and thousands of dollars spent at ranking well for that site, and there may not be an easy approach to displacing any of the people who are on the first page of that, using that keyword. So when that happens, you need to find a different strategy. You need to find different keywords, maybe keywords around these keywords, or more specific, or something where you may be getting less traffic, but you of course need to dominate. There's no point optimizing your site, not putting together an optimization program for a keyword phrase that you can't dominate. So you need to find a way, and this is really a business strategy issue. So it's important also that your keywords really be the keyword that your buyer, your prospective buyer, would use when looking for a vendor. So it's not just a high traffic keyword, because sometimes a high traffic keyword is really like people on fishing trips, or maybe people who are looking for just general information. They're not necessarily looking for a buying experience. This is not the preamble to them actually buying. So in the example we said before about best Italian restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, that's great, but if you said the best tomato sauce in a restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, and optimized for that, somebody who's looking for something like that, maybe looking for retail, or maybe looking for a recipe, that is unlikely to be the keyword phrase that somebody who's looking to go to a restaurant right now or this evening is going to enter. So one of the interesting ways to find good buyer words is to look at the PPC, the pay-per-click, of that keyword, because it's a fairly good indication, because the pay-per-click people are paying money for these clicks for this keyword. So the ones that are generally the higher priced pay-per-click words tend to be the buyer words as well. If you have smart pay-per-click competitor on your site, they have a pretty good sense of what keywords perform for them and which do not. So, the funny thing, of course, is the keyword blunder I see all the time is people have a keyword of the company's name or the company's founder as a keyword. Who puts in the company name when they're about to make a buying decision? They put in the company name when they've already made a buying decision and looking for your address or your phone number. That's one thing. Second thing is, of course, you're going to rank well for your company name. It's fairly unique, so why wouldn't you rank well for that? Of course. And why people put their founder's name or their executive names as keywords, that's another mystery to me as well. So just really to reiterate one point, we're here about achieving some page one dominance on a good set of phrases, okay, and not really page 5 for the most dominant phrase. So it's all about what can actually produce the phone ringing for you or people walking in your door. So here's some of the things I see out there just in general. There's a focus on the wrong keywords, not the action words. There are sites that have good backlinks, but the tags are not well designed, or they're not keyword tags or something like that. There's a lot of companies that have domination of keywords that have no traffic whatsoever, or very, very low traffic. They're the king of their own, of their own dominion there. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's also something what I call is the overlapping effects. If you had 2 keywords, Italian restaurant Providence and Providence Italian restaurant, when you optimize for one, you're going to get some result for the other as well, just given the general nature of everything else that you're doing. It's inevitable that you'll do very well with the other as well. So you probably don't need as much emphasis on the secondary one to rank well for that. You might, but it's a balance. Inevitably, on a site that's in Providence, Rhode Island, there's going to be a lot of text on the site, on-page things on the site which say Providence, Providence, Providence. So everything with Providence in it will probably rank pretty well. So that's an area you may not need to concentrate on quite as much. And the last point on this slide I think is really important, and that's the role of what's on page and on-page optimization and how that affects keywords. That's an entirely different story that we could tell, but it's very, very important that there be some consistency between the keywords that you wish to optimize for and the content on the target pages that you are linking to. As the Googles and the Bings and the Yahoos search the internet, they see the keyword phrase, they want to see it, okay, on the other end as well. They don't want it to be, completely disparate. We've got keywords pointing to content pages that have nothing to do with each other. So really, what should we be doing out there? I think the whole point is this: it's about ready, aim, and fire. There's too much emphasis in the whole industry on tasks and how many backlinks am I going to get for my dollar, and what performance, and give me the gold plan and the silver plan, and so many index links and so many videos that will do for you per month, etc., etc., etc. Stop the madness. Take the time, do the analysis, find the words that will respond well, quickly, and focus on them, and then make efforts on the more difficult words, see how they respond to alternative methods of optimizing for those keywords, and tweak it, re-aim, start all over again, do analysis, measure, aim, fire, adjust, aim, fire. There's just a constant evolutionary process. And just to say, here are my keywords, I'm going to hire a firm who's going to generate 300 backlinks a month on these keywords, is really not going to do it for you. You can have some result, but it really isn't going to turn into money fast enough. Because really, you should be focusing on what can bring you in prospects today. Which keywords are the most within reach, who can drive people in the door. Let's get some results now. Anyway, this is how we work and this is how we think. And if you'd like to know more about that, please feel free to contact us. I look forward to hearing from you.